Hello everyone, I'm Danny. I'm part of the customer success team here at Rantizo. Today we'll have a comparison between the XAG P100 Pro and the DJI T40. We will be comparing the features between these two drones to see which one is best fit for you. Let's start with the XAG P100 Pro. XAG is an ag tech company that designs drones with agricultural needs in mind. The drones are built to be durable, stable, productive, and efficient. The P100 Pro is a perfect example of this approach. With the P100 Pro having a little bit bigger tank, as a 50-liter tank versus a 40-liter tank on a T40, and having almost double the output of the pumps, the P100 Pro is definitely a good choice for those who want a drone that can display a higher output or higher GPA and not have to compromise on productivity. Another key feature, or nice feature I should say, on the P100 Pro is a lot of these tubing is more of a stretchy rubber. This helps that over time the tubing doesn't start to leak if you do a lot of disconnecting and connecting the tubing during maintenance. One of the things about the P100 Pro is a lot less parts on it and a lot more interchangeable. This allows you to easily have maintenance and repairs on this drone without having to bring it back into your shop if something were to break out in the field. One of the downsides of the P100 Pro is that it's not as user-friendly to use. This has greatly been seen in training, how it is a little bit harder to train a guy on the XAG system. The app has a lot of different features, but it's just not as intuitive to use. Whereas DJI, they greatly focus on the RC and their app. It's much easier, and how it is set up greatly helps for those who are not so tech savvy. So let's have a look at the DJI T40. DJI is one of the most well-known brands when it comes to drones. They make a lot of consumer camera drones. So their approach is to make an ag drone is to really focus on the FPV camera, the communication systems between the RC and the drone. They're also a big focus on the RC. The RC is massive, has a great screen on it. The app is very intuitive. So for those who are not so tech savvy, it's a lot more user-friendly to use. When seeing how fast these drones take off, at an idle, the T40 was faster to accelerate. However, from directly a start to takeoff, the P100 Pro was much faster as it was able to boot up a lot quicker. As we saw today, the P100 Pro hovering with a full tank does last a decent while longer than the T40 or even the T50. This is really nice because then you don't have to worry so much. You're able to empty out a full tank payload before the battery runs out. This also means that the drone can actually go out a farther distance and be able to actually empty the full tank before it has to return to home. We can see just hovering these drones side by side that the P100 Pro is much more stable. That has to do with the pivoting propellers. Also, it's how the center of mass is down low in the drone. This is really nice because at higher speeds, if it has to go on an obstacle or something, it's going to be able to do it without having to do these crazy maneuvers. With the DJI T40, it was not quite as stable as it was hovering. Part of that has to do, we believe, that the center of mass of the drone is a little bit higher up on the drone, as we can compare that the T40's tank is actually a little bit above the frame, whereas the P100 Pro is down in the landing gear. Another thing that the T40 does not have is the pivoting props. That also could potentially play a role in that. After comparing these two drones today, we can see that the terrain follow on the P100 Pro is better than the T40. The P100 Pro at the same speed really does not stop as much or struggle on steeper terrain. The T40 does seem like it does stop and slow down a lot more when it comes up to steep hills or any type of waterways. During our testing today, we used Rantizo's AccuConnect software to analyze the as-applied map data for both of these drones. to show us how accurate the nose spray zones are, and also how fast the pumps turn on to the correct flow rate as the drones are accelerating. So one of the big things that really has a big impact on to get high productivity is how fast these drones can turn at the end rows. The P100 Pro definitely turns the fastest and the smoothest, followed by the T50. The T40 has improved greatly since it first came out on how fast it turns and how smooth it turns as well. However, it still lacks a little bit in that department. In our testing, we have seen the P100 Pro, its return to home feature is a lot more effective. You can have multiple different settings on how you want it to return to home. You can have it return to home by following the terrain, or doing just like how DJI does it by going up to a set altitude. What's really nice about the P100 Pro is it's small enough to calculate not only the battery percentage it has left, but also how much payload it has left. This allows it to actually come home and land at a set percentage, not just start to come home, like the DJI T40 does. It's a lot more user-friendly and a lot easier on the mind with the P100 Pro. There's no thought in it, it just does it. The P100 Pro does do a really good job in this obstacle avoidance. However, because it doesn't really give you a good indication of what it is doing, it makes it very stressful and very nerve-wracking. Whereas DJI's system is so much user-friendly, you know ahead of time what it's about to do. So it really is a great way of kind of reducing that stress as you're flying. One of the key features on the P100 Pro is the propellers, how they can pivot. Okay, so all of these motors here can pivot freely from each other. When the drone is flying forward, as it normally does, the propellers can stay more level with the ground. A combination of the tilting propellers, the propeller pitch, and the strength of the motors really contributes to having less drift due to the fact that there is a more concise vortex that's spraying straight down and not so much out or behind the drone. In conclusion, both of these drones, the P100 Pro and the T40, has their strengths and weaknesses. The biggest strength for the P100 Pro is it's durable. It has a high productivity rate, even at higher GPAs. One of the weaknesses though is you need to be tech savvy to really use this efficiently. Whereas the DJI system is really great as it's user friendly. Anyone who has never flown a drone before is going to really love and pick it up a lot easier. The biggest weakness of DJI's T40 is it's not as durable or strong or productive as the XAG counterpart is. If you're a person who's very tech savvy and not afraid to kind of learn a new system, the P100 Pro is a great drone for you. Those who want a simple, easy, friendly to use app and RC, who may not be so tech savvy, then DJI's T40 would probably be a better fit for you. Thank you for joining us today with a comparison between the P100 Pro and the T40. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at Rantizo. You can email us at sales@rantizo.com.